Hello friends, my name is Redseven. In this video I want to talk a bit about the situation of cars on experimental. I decided to do this video because of the lack of info regarding cars, and it's meant to be a heads up for everyone interested on cars and for the devs as well. Everyone knows that parallel to the stable version of the game there's an experimental branch which runs the newest version of the game, patches, small update fixes and game improvements. Before they release something to stable, devs test those small fixes in the experimental branch, and after those tests the fixes come to stable. Now you can find cars on experimental 061. All variants are there. No new additions, only the old ones. The bus, the truck, sedan and off-road. I've been testing cars since they released them first time on the experimental branch, and I want to share with you guys my opinion, my thoughts, my experiences. So on experimental 061, cars spawn ready to drive. You just need to find them. Don't want to talk here about spawn locations. There are some maps that you guys can check, and spawns can also change in the future, and I don't want to give fake info. I will just say that I found cars in new spawn locations and in some old ones. So let's start with some new stuff. I've noticed that there's no use anymore for the lug wrench. Before you had to take it in the hands and approach and look at the wheels in order to detach them. Now you just have to open the car's inventory and right click the wheel
so you
and
cannot
detach
wheels anymore with the lug wrench in your hands. You will not see the message anymore. So what you have to do is approach the inventory and then right click the damage wheel, take in hands. That's it.
I think the role of the lug wrench will return probably in the future with the new player controller. We'll see.
And in order to split them,
you cannot repair double wheels because you cannot split them anymore. Now it's okay because we are on experimental, and as I said, cars spawn ready to drive. But devs, just think about this when you release cars to stable. Give us the possibility to repair all the wheels, or let us drive with worn tires, not only pristine. That will increase the possibility to find wheels. The adjustable wrench is also useless now. As you can see, you can detach and attach parts only with your hands, exactly as you can see in the video. Remember, this will also probably change in the future when the new player controller will be added. Cars on experimental still have a certain amount of health. After crashing too many times, the car will simply not start anymore, and you can leave it there and find yourself another one. What I also like about cars right now is the way they handle small bumps. I remember getting stuck a lot of times at the edge of the road on top of those small road borders. Now they seem to be fixed. Haven't tested all the cars with this new feature, so I cannot say that it has been 100% fixed. But it seems so. That was a plus point, now a minus one. The bus gets stuck on railroad crossroads. I was not able to get my bus unstuck alone. I needed another car to push it over the bump. The only solution that I found there was crossing over them with a lot of speed. So devs, please take note here. Another thing to see is a km/h counter and the current gear number on the left side of your screen. Also the addition of some dashboard lights. Very cool addition. I had the possibility to try all the cars on experimental, and I must say that the bus and the V3S are very fun to drive and very enjoyable. The bus and the truck were not laggy for me at the beginning. I've discovered that after playing a while on a certain server, lag and desync accumulates while using the third-person camera only. FPS decreases a lot as well, and this happens not only with the big cars, also happened to me with the sedan and with the off-road. The V3S also has some audio bugs, but the speed has now been fixed and it's not slow and clunky anymore. I even tested them on that huge ass slope from Mishkino tents and they worked. Now the problem is that I cannot say the same about the small cars. Both of them are almost same as before the patch and I really don't like them. Remember, this is my personal opinion. Maybe while testing them you will have some other results, but I've tested them, had a lot of lag, very low FPS, a ton of dissing and a lot of audio bugs and stuff.
When you try.
They're not changing yet. Okay, no FPS, no FPS.
Asked my friends to drive them as well. I thought it was just me, but no, they experienced the same shit. Low FPS in towns and not only in towns, dissing and a lot of lag. The off-road has some serious engine sound problems. For example, the engine while in first person is louder than in third person, and that's not normal. And it's also, generally speaking, very loud, too loud in my opinion. The sound of the sedan is okay, but it's also very laggy, and with so few FPS it's almost impossible to drive. Driving them across the map is a huge patient challenge, guys, only for hardcore players in my opinion. There is no problem driving and testing them now on experimental because cars spawn with everything on them. But imagine if you run 3 hours to get the parts and then you ruin your off-road in the first 3 minutes because of the dissing. How frustrating can that be? So my suggestion here for the devs is only add the bus and the truck on stable for now and add the other ones as soon as you guys fix them. I personally don't want bugged and fucked up cars on stable. If you add them, fix them first. What I've also noticed is that the truck cannot be entered in certain situations. An example, had to relog close to the truck, don't remember why, and when I came back there was no option to open the door.
I cannot go in. Nice. I don't see the message to go in. Open hood. Oh crap. Open hood. Detach lights. Oh no. Let me relog quickly.
Okay.
Alright, I'm in the bus. You can actually inspect the bus. And you can actually inspect the truck as well. Okay, now let's see. No, I cannot get in. I cannot get in. Right click. No.
What I also don't know, because of the lack of info, is are the cars persistent now? Do they disappear after a certain time? We'll probably have to wait until they come to stable, or maybe a dev will let us know in the next status report.
55.
What I know, guys, is that since they added them on experimental again, on that first car update, there were no major changes to cars. I've checked them on the first week and I said, damn, the sound of the off-road is so bugged. And today I had the same problem. And more stuff like that. Do they notice this as well? I really don't know. Hope this video will drag their attention a bit. That are the most important news regarding cars. In my opinion, it is better if they only add the bus and the truck for now, and when they completely fix the other ones, then add them as well. If you also tested cars on experimental, then leave a comment below, and who knows, maybe someone will see it and do something about it. I'm a bit disappointed, that's the truth. I thought the guys really fixed them, but apparently not. It will still take time to do it. Devs, please fix them completely and then add them to stable. We have enough bugs already in the game. We don't want bugged cars on top of what we already have. Have a nice day, folks, and see you in the next video. Peace.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that was that. I did it on purpose, guys. I wanted to show you guys how this car works, you know. So don't panic, don't panic. It was on purpose. It was like in the Lord of the Rings, you know, when Gimli falls down. It was deliberate.
Deliberate, it was deliberate.